Dang it. What's up, MSFers? Yeah, that shirt, right? Yeah, I got my coworkers to thank for that one. Okay, it's Monday? Monday the 26th. That's right, it's Monday the 26th. We are the waiting room for every single content creator in Marvel Strikeforce, because about the time that we shut down stream, everybody's gonna be jumping on and reset to climb tower and show you guys how it's done. By the way, Dorky has a video out. I haven't watched it yet, but he's supposed to have a good list of teams for you guys to use to climb the tower. I'd like to talk about the out of time team. And people are asking, is this team skippable? Okay, we don't actually need to talk about it. I'll just tell you, no, it's not skippable. Nothing in Marvel Strikeforce is ever skippable. Scopely makes sure of that. You think they're gonna put in work building a character and not make money off of it? Are you out of your freaking mind? No, the team is required to unlock the next legendary, which is coming in that whole Deadpool Pandapool team. Allegedly. And so you are going to have to unlock Starnak and build him. My recommendation at this time is to build him to gear tier 15 and leave him and see what you need to do to get that unlocked further. Or even better, save up the resources so that you could build him to gear tier 15 and leave him at level 1. But don't spend money on him. Don't race to build him huge. Don't do anything like that. At reset today, just play the game naturally, unlock him free to play, do your thing, because he's really not that great. I'm sorry for those of you who think that he's some sort of amazing character for his war team. He just has a passive that adds some stuff. It's pretty useful stuff, but he's the 5th by a mile. And if ever there's a comp that beats that team in war efficiently, people are gonna be scrambling to plug somebody else in there, and the first one they're gonna drop is Karnak. And I guarantee you, 8 seconds into the live server, there will be compositions that beat that team. So don't get crazy on Starnak, okay? The guy's not amazing. Like, best case scenario, he's the abomination of that team. Best case scenario, that's as good as he gets. Most people are dropping A-bomb in compositions, even in war. So don't worry about it. All right, and then, so we can continue talking about that. And then the other thing is the Cabal team. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys. I wasn't gonna point this out, but it was in data mines. So since it was in data mines, where the hell did he go? Since it was in data mines, there you go, folks. I took him to 90. I even purchased a diamond for him. It was in the data mines. Don't build based on data mines. Don't do what content creators do, because they do weird stuff and you don't always know why. But hey. The data mine said that he is the 4th member of a 4-man team called the Cabal, along with Iron Patriot, Doom, and the Leader. And I think the team might have legs. So there you go. So we can talk about that too, but we can only talk about it in terms of data mines. Sorry, guys. Holy crap, you guys just blew up my chat. How am I supposed to catch up with this? All right, what's up, Doolin? What's up, Burnsy? What's up, Raven the Wraith? What's up, Vral? What's up, Duchess of Destruction? What's up, Wonderful D? What's up, Casey Wymie? What's up, Midnight? What's up, Truck and Roll? What's up, Ravarn? What's up, Squid Pro Quo? Subscribe with Prime because they're freaking amazing, so amazing that they sent in their defense picks, which we're gonna go over today. What's up, Giga? What's up, Royalty? What's up, Hedgehog? Also subscribing with that Bezos money. I appreciate that, Hedgehog. You are freaking amazing. What's up, Rolf Kieran? What's up, Boba Trooper? What's up, Benny Westside? What's up, Comrade Red? What's up, Demeek Gamer? What's up, Portland Robocop? How's everybody doing today? No, we're not cooking today. I'm done cooking. I'm done cooking. Hey, by the way, I'm not even selling it anymore. It's not even being promoted on my stream anymore, but I did enjoy the HelloFresh. I thought the meals that I picked were a decent value, and I think that that is probably going to be good for a lot of people. I don't think it's a great fit for my family of 4 and our specialty needs for eating, so I discontinued my subscription to it, but I would recommend that to other people, so I am glad I took it. HelloFresh was wise to allow me to speak freely about it. Yeah, truck and roll, I'm in a good mood, but I am exhausted. I was up very late recording and filming and editing, and then I went to bed at like 1 o'clock, and at 1:30 my eldest woke me up with a fever. He had a fever, and I spent most of the night tending to him, and then I had to get up at 4 and help my wife get out of bed because for some reason it's my responsibility to get up at 4 a.m. and get her a cup of coffee. Hey guys, it's the screwing you get for the screwing you got, all right? And let me tell you, 4 a.m. coffee, it's worth it. What's up, Half-Baked? The only cure is more cowbell. More cowbell? All right, let's get an arena attack in while we wait for people to show up. I'm gonna bring this music down to relativistic levels. All right, I don't know, who am I going into here? Same old shit in every defense. Everybody's running the hard light thing. Oh, and a MLF one here. Sure, I don't know, I'll go with whatever. Casey Wymie says, leader, not gamma. He's not, huh? Okay, Casey Wymie. Say so. Man, it sucks when that hard light rewinds half your team because they're all clumped together. I see why people are running it. That sucks, man. All right, so he's got charges, but oh, he doesn't have a taunt anymore, so I gotta clear charges and hit her a bunch of times. Come on, double tapper, let's go! And I think I'm probably gonna die from this. Let's go into, this is gonna kill me. This is gonna absolutely kill me, but what the heck, why not? Oh, wow, dang, he hits hard. Not my APOC, 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 you son of a bitch! Well, that was a fun arena attack, wasn't it? What's up, Xander? Oh, I don't even want to see this. I don't even want to see it. I see why they're running hard light now. Maybe I should give that one a shot, right? I do because I have a large potato girl, 3D. So, that arena match didn't go so well. Anyway, if it would have done anybody but APOC, I would have won that match. I could sense it. I could feel him winding up, and I was like, oh, here goes the match. Oh, it looks like I missed the store refresh, so I got the late one this morning. Still using Black Cat and Quicksilver in Arena, huh? Well, Black Cat and Quicksilver sometimes work, but Black Cat and Quicksilver have like a 80% efficiency rating for anything you play against. It's just, I hit that 20%. And people spend more cores. I need to drop another 125 ranks. I don't want the 500 to 1,000 rewards. What's the 500 to 1,000 rewards? Doesn't show it, huh? we going to watch the leaderboards today? Is there a spending leaderboard? Oh, is it the diamonds on Black Knight? Is it a spending leaderboard for diamonds on Black Knight? If that's the case, man, I'm definitely gonna watch that. Somebody remind me if there's some fun leaderboards to watch. Click on the Paint the Town Red event. Okay. Open ruby red orbs. There no find me? Where's the find me? Am I not ranked? Is that it? What? There's no... You have unlocked ranked rewards, but there's no... My 89,300? Oh. Oh, I see what it does. Okay. 2,619. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know. What is that? Top 2,000? That puts me maybe in the 1 to 3%. A diamond on Gobby if you make 1,000? Okay. Wow. I never pay attention to leaderboards. I'm not interested in that struggle. I'm just not that hardcore, guys. No offense, if you guys are into pushing and trying to make a top 1,000 or a top 50 or something, more power to you. Keep this game afloat with your wallet, by all means. Sounds great. I'd love to watch, but I'm not interested in pushing that hard. And this ends in 1 hour and 43 minutes, and so what you're saying is that we're gonna see a whole bunch of people probably around the 200 mark, really fighting for it. The leaderboard ends at 4 p.m. Eastern now, by the way. I saw they moved it. Is that'd be 2, 3, and then 4. Yes, okay, so an hour and 43 minutes. It just got updated correct. Okay, so it is in an hour and 43 minutes, thank you. Well, somebody remind me in an hour and 40 minutes, and we'll go over to this leaderboard and we'll check it out. Top 50 is better fight. So this is where you guys want to watch to see who gets that 3 diamonds. So we're gonna jump in here and we're gonna scroll down to... Wow, I went way past. I didn't think it would be a show all 100. I should know this. We've done this ain't the first time. Nunya really wants to hold that number 50. But I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna be throwing some money. Tony, I like that. Beta ray bill down to 35, huh? Well, I mean, I guess 35 is just as good as 50, right? They moved in an hour because otherwise we could have played this week's CC in the first hour for extra points. 100% correct. Yes. And also, I hear there's an issue with something else. There's some other event that's running and it's gonna screw with the war. And so they need to adjust the time on that too. One of those events where you battle in war, I guess. And like zone 4 will get extra attacks or zone 1 will get extra attacks or something. Right? Another issue? Who would have thought? Okay, so I do need to save some raid energy to do raid battles with Hive Mind. Is Spider-Verse? These guys don't have a Hive Mind. Oh, they do? Look at that. So I could do Hive Mind in here? I could just do symbiotes in here, right? Oh, no, it's Hive Mind. It is Hive Mind, huh? Okay, so I could do that and then throw in somebody like this. Now, of course, I gotta wait for reset, but I do want to claim my lane, so I'm gonna do 1. I'm gonna do 1 just to claim my lane. I don't need one of them fat wallet boys stealing my lane. You know who I'm talking about. Well, you guys don't know who I'm talking about, but he knows who I'm talking about. Just kidding, it doesn't really bother me. All like if somebody steals my raid lane, just like message me and be like, hey, I'm over in this lane, could you do it for me? I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be like call a captain and be like, hey, Elmod stole my lane. You guys need to do something about that. He should get kicked out right now. And then everybody goes, he's got a 7/7 Black Knight run, so we're gonna let him go ahead and take the lane. Exactly. Don't disrespect the biggest Kraken in our alliance. He gets whatever fucking lane he chooses. Cleaning agent, is the scene change not working? I just turned. Oh, I know what's going on. Hold on. Let me fix that, buddy. There we go. I'll give you some scene changes, cleaning agent. There's that top view, so you can see what a mess my studio is, I guess. I imagine that's exactly how all my alliance mates sound. Tony took his lane. What are you gonna do? You can't yell at Tony. Tony doesn't give a fuck. I'm all for the raid plan of don't be dumb and just make sure all the lanes are taken. The only problem, Demeek, is that sometimes, and I was worried about this too with Gamma, is that I might not have a roster built for a certain lane. Like in Gamma, I have a roster built for War Dogs to go through. Why did I need a new intro? What was wrong with the old one? Because Updog, I try to every month take out the clips from the previous month and put them in the intro so that people who are new to my stream and can jump in and see, just understand what they're getting themselves into. You know, I kind of want to like give them a little appetizer, a little taste of what's in store for them. That way they aren't scared off. So, you know. Oops, I gotta play this. You get reprimanded for going too hard in your lane? That's insane. I do use my stream deck a lot. Oops, I haven't changed it. Sorry, there's the other view. There's the last one. And then we'll just go back down. There we go. We'll get rid of this Kestrel here. Oh, you like the gyrating clip? Oh, sorry. Kyle, touch up soon? No, Xander, I'm growing my hair out because I'm doing a really big video that's gonna air in March. And I have to have as much hair and facial hair as possible. I'm gonna do, no, I'll just save it for the video. I'm covering a lot of people in this one. And so I need to start with as much hair as possible and then be very careful how I record and edit it down, because I'm gonna have to start cutting off hair and beard in specific order and fashion to style myself to try and cover as many people as possible in the video. And then as soon as that video is done, I'm shaving my head and I'm trimming my beard short because I'm over this. Oh my goodness. I'm so over all this long hair and beard. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, look, I'm getting like the Clark Kent curl going on here. It's terrible. Oh yeah, mobile gamer and sticky to start with, Rolf Karen. I'm covering devs in this one. Man, I put Matt Sheets on the list. It's gonna be fantastic. Conehead sticky coming back. I don't know, Xander. See, the problem is that my Conehead that I got, they sent it to me and it had a crease in it, and it kind of pissed me off. I'm thinking about trying to go get another one because I did like the cone head sticky. I just want a better quality cone head than the one I got from the costume. Let's just put this on hold. I don't need to spend more raid. Well, we can do one more raid attack. Thank you, Updog. I appreciate that compliment. I'm definitely more Clark Kent than Superman, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I already have a fake beard in my wig collection, Gigabytes. Yep, I do. But I only have one. I had a very hard time finding Mr. Hartgrave's hair. In fact, I had to get a different wig and I'm gonna have to cut the hair. But we'll make it work. I'm trying to get everybody in this one. All you non-lane stealing alliance mates and the rest of you guys. Nah, I don't like recycling old footage, Rorix. That feels like cheating, man. It feels like cheating. If I'm gonna get paid absolute dog shit for my work, I'm gonna work very hard on it. Let me tell you. You guys know that I am making content that I want to do. Because my views suck on YouTube, and I continue to make the same kind of stuff. Not too long ago, I said, I'd like to do this as a career. And I took a stab at it, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should stick with hobby status when I talk about this for a while longer yet. I like what I make, and I don't care that a lot of people don't watch it. I have fun making that. And tier list videos and clickbait stuff just doesn't sound that exciting. I mean, my stream titles are already getting bad enough, you know? Just get a clown wig. I do need a clown wig. That's one I don't have. Oh, hair redemption? Did you guys do a hair redemption? You want to see the cleaning agent hair on me? What's the cleaning agent wig? I only have, I only keep a few wigs in here at a time anymore. So I kind of have a pre-selected wig for each stream now. Because like last one, I did the Tinkerbell wig, so that goes back into the house, and I brought something else out. As soon as I finish this round, I'll go put on a wig. Is there a hat as well? Because I could do both of them at the same time. Top 10 videos are nearly as bad as orb opening videos. I agree, Wonderful D. I 100% agree with you. Unfortunately, we are in the vast majority because tier list videos and orb opening videos get huge clicks for some reason. I think they're trash. A lot of people think they're trash. And yet they get huge clicks. Also, I'm thinking about maybe editing out my my Crucible attacks and my war attacks and making those into separate videos just so I get more content and more clicks out there. But if I did that, I'd have to put more effort into them instead of just recording them like freestyle, you know? Like right now, I record stuff and I'm just me playing the game, hanging out with you guys when I record Crucible or War or something like that. And if I were to make those into videos, I would want to like be a little bit more specific during the fight, have everything planned out before, you know, like take sticky amount of time before the fight and make sure I know what it is, then mute Doolum and then jump in there and record the fight. That's what I'd have to do, is pretty much that. Let me get that wig. Is there a hat redemption? I didn't see. I see get your hair did. I don't, oh, and too many hats. Okay, I'll get them both in one shot then. That's right, Portland RoboCop. Okay, so today we're Elderly Mario. No one has sticky amounts of time. Why do runs redemptions not work? They work. Oh, they're not showing up on the screen? I don't know, maybe that's a trigger fire thing. I'll have to go check that out. Gandalfario. Offer buying videos are the best content. Clear the whole store. Spam shut up, Doolin on a stream for 90% of the player base is awake. Vandal. That's just, that one's just. Okay, so. Out of time, let's talk about it. Most of us longtime players for sure, have Carter and Rogers, right? We got Carter and Rogers already. If you were wise, you dumped your cores and opened up a Black Knight. I really hope that those of you out there have or will have Black Knight at 5 stars so that you can use him in tower. I think that could be very important in some of those higher floors, right? Muting Doolin to record Crucible makes the risky assumption that people are there for you. Hey, you gotta find out who your friends are at some point, right? So Pathfinder says Starbrand isn't that bad, and a few people are saying Starbrand isn't that bad. I don't think that Starbrand is Darnak. I don't think he's that bad. But I do compare him to Abomination on the Gamma team. I think that's what he's like. He's usable on the 5-piece team in his game mode. He has some added benefit, but aside from that, you're not gonna use him anywhere else. You're not gonna plug and play him. I don't think that you're gonna be using Starbrand in Crucible even with this team. He's just overshadowed by the rest of them. I think that happens with a lot of teams though, right? Karnak was overshadowed by Black Bolt and his team. But that's because that team was pushing the meta at the time. They had stats that were at the top end of stuff, just like this team. Houston's got a link for me to clip on. Oh yeah. We've seen this a bunch, right? Corporate needs you to find the difference between these pictures, this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. I tend to agree with Pathfinder to a degree. I don't think that Starbrand is Karnak bad. I think that's a bad representation. I don't even think, okay, let's say that the Inhuman team, when it first came out, Karnak was really bad, even on that team when it first came out. That disparity between him and his team was like this. And I think Starbrand's disparity between him and his team is more like this. He's a little bit better than Karnak was when Karnak came out. And like I said, I think that Abomination is a better descriptor because Abomination has a passive that does things for the Gamma team, much like Starbrand has in his kit, right? 30% max health, 30% drain, right? All this stuff. Isn't that kind of similar to what Starbrand is doing? And he's got offense down and he's got a stun. And he's okay, right? I think he does some, he does defense down and clears some things. You know, he's not terrible. It's just, he's like the 4th, 5th best character, and he's one that gets dropped when you start mixing up this team. Starbrand is the Phantom X, SW, A-Bomb, and Psylocke of the Out of Time team. Karnak had a time when he had a use as a fast disrupt, to be fair. You know, I remember that. I remember him having that fast disrupt, and everybody's like, well, this has a use. And it sure felt like people were trying to find a use for Karnak. And I was like, I never used that. I never used that ability. I never found it worthy of building that character. So, you know, and Ben, I think Benny's right. I think Psylocke was a better, was a more useful character. And then, of course, after the rework, much more useful. She-Hulk has the team cleanse is the thing. And that can be a real pain in the ass. I'd rather have the team cleanse than the 30% drain. Just saying, I mean, for me. I really think who you drop on Gamma is dependent on who you're going into, where you're using it, or what defense you're devising. But a lot of people drop A-Bomb and throw in Dormammu or something, so... All I'm saying, my point is, I think that Karnak is a bit drastic to say for the out-of-time team and Starbrand. I think calling him Starnak is a little over the top and too much. So, here's what I say. Here's what I say. Space cake is so yummy, no idea what's in them, but it's got me hungry to keep eating more. Okay, dorky dad. Okay, here's what I say. If you're really into war, go ahead and build Starbrand because he does make the team better in war. That's his game mode, and that's what he does. Like, it's down here, right? 30% damage, max barrier, on spawn, apply immunity to self and all out-of-time allies. That's a pretty big deal, right? The problem is that ultimate special and basic don't really matter, and he's gonna die pretty fast. You kind of just need him to spawn in and give his passives to the team. So if you're into war, I think he's a great character to build. If you're not into war, then I simply recommend you either build him to G15, unlocking him as though you were free to play, or you unlock him as though you were free to play, and you reserve the resources to build him when necessary for that unlock. That's what I'm recommending to. Inhumans were a two-person team with 6 members. There's a point to that. I want to see a G18 Karnak wreck nerds. Well, Nips the Wolf, you might see a G18 Karnak, but you're not going to see him wreck nerds. Sorry, man, he's just way too old. He's also needed for part of the Ghost Rider kit. Oh, because Ghost Rider does something specific with Starbrand, right? Yeah. I also have a sinking suspicion that there's going to be a character that's going to come out in the future that you guys are going to want to sub into this team, and it's not going to be Starbrand. You're going to drop Starbrand. I think. I don't know. Captain Carter might be one to sub out too, but in war, she's doing the revive. She's doing a big health gain in war. Like, in war, Peggy's really good for this team, as is Captain America. Obviously, Black Knight. Cosmic Ghost Rider, pretty powerful with what he's got going on too. I just think Starbrand is the 5th by a mile on this team, and you're gonna want to end up dropping him, and I just don't want to see people dumping resources into Starbrand. However, I also don't think that calling him Starnak is giving him the proper labeling as well. Oh, if this character has 4 or more out-of-time allies, the enemy speed bar that is gained on spawn is increased by 100%. I see. So you turbocharge the enemy to smash into you a couple of times. That's probably important. Pathfinder, there is absolutely nothing else to do on Twitch but speculate, and of course, let your chat steer you through Crucible. That's it. So we're here to speculate like we do 99.99% of the time. You're right. There's another one. I think out of time, Dorm Scroll stays the exact way it is, and Ryder rides off to give 5,000 minus 5,000% focus to cure up some other interesting team. Do we know who's in the past starting today? Shoot, who's in the past today? I think I know this one, I just can't remember. Hype up Black Knight, hype down Starbrand. That only works until a character on your team takes a turn and in war. I mean, it all depends on who you're building the defense to. Like, if somebody is using a specific defense to beat your team, you can make that switch and it'll affect that specific comp, right? It's always how it works. Same thing in Crucible. You go, okay, what's the best way to take out this defense over here? I'm gonna make another defense over here that requires the same counter and make them choose between the two. That's what we do. Oompa Loompa Starbrand is better than MSF Starbrand? Okay, let's take a look. Oh dear. His pants are way too tight for Twitch terms of service. But we need all 5 for new legendary, and if it joins new release method, then you'll likely need at least G17 for the 1.4 million for 7 yellow. Yeah, Royalty. Hopefully they stop doing this garbage where they give you one team you're allowed to use on a specific node and one team for another node. I don't like that at all. I like being able to choose between at least 2 teams for certain nodes. I don't know if, I would never recommend people build him to gear tier 17 because you just don't know. Maybe the rest of the team with a little bit of RNG could carry him through at level 1. We just don't know. We just don't know. Currently, Dorm out of time Scroll gets beat fairly easily, but if people want to keep doing it, I'm happy to let them. All I know is APOC, KW, and Superior 6 beat full out of time consistently. Hey, here's another point, guys. Here's another point. Unless you're a whale, sometimes you just gotta skip a character. Sometimes you just gotta put your wallet away and go, nah, this ain't worth my 50 bucks. Sometimes you gotta say, nah, I'm gonna save that teal gear for the next one. Sometimes you just have to pass on a character. Now, every single character is not skippable, but a lot of them can be shelvable. I don't have big time. I'm doing just fine. Every single stream, somebody's like, we'll just use Spider-Man big time. I don't have him, but we make it work without him. And I think that a lot of the content in Marvel Strikeforce is you're gonna be able to make without Starbrand. Sometimes you get bored into buying it for a costume. Red Goblin is there to give 60% damage. And you know what, Doolin? I was excited to get Red Goblin, and he's sitting at the bottom of my roster now. There you go. There's my Red Goblin. Why? Super Scroll's getting me through the raids just fine. I have not lost with my bio team using Super Scroll as the 5th. And I don't seem to need him in Crucible, and I don't care about having him in War. And so I'm taking a pass on him until I need to build him up. No need to have him on SD, except Anson Cetus. Doctor Strange does provide some turn meter to the team. You don't have to build him big to make that happen, just like you don't have to build Starbrand big to make his passives happen. Just like you don't have to build Red Goblin big to make his passive happen either. Red Goblin stands there so others can run. Do I feel the same way about Cosmic Ghost Rider? Cosmic Ghost Rider looks like a little more interesting character. Cosmic Ghost Rider has some stuff. And Cosmic Ghost Rider is a big, you know what? Let's talk about Cosmic Ghost Rider later. Let's do that. Can we talk about Cosmic Ghost Rider later? When I'm allowed to talk more about Cosmic Ghost Rider and the real reasons why I'm not gonna tell you guys to avoid Cosmic Ghost Rider? Let's talk about Cosmic Ghost Rider later. He'll be good in Cosmic Crucible on offense, making Hive Mind even better over Venom. Yeah, I could see that. When you need the damage to knock him low. I skip big time and have never felt the need for him. Red Gobby is way better on that team with Sus than Venom. I mean, TLC, it depends on what you're going into. You don't want to bring Red Goblin into it if they've got Sus sitting on the other side of the field. But if Sus is on the other side of the field, you kind of want Venom, because then you're not going to have a whole bunch of positive effects speeding up their Super Scroll. I mean, it depends on the composition. It's every single instance, right? Starbrand already joining the support group formed by Abomination, Phantom X, Psylocke, and Ultron. Completely unrelated, but Void Knight with 4-piece Dark Hunters runs H for H variations. Hive Mind runs through H for H variations. Is there anything good to put in Cosmic Crucible Room 5? Yes, I've got some stuff to put in Room 5. I don't know if it's good. I should put that preface out there. There's what I'm running in 5. It's all about, is Noir gonna trip up the New Warriors or not? There's a 16% chance that Noir makes New Warriors fail here. Do you wanna roll the dice? I skipped him to save resources. The stats gather are why I haven't reversed course and built him late. No tech team is good enough to make it worth it. No tech team is good enough for 5, but I tell you what, the Pegasus team in 4 ain't a bad idea. Because you're gonna have a hard time using the Eternals against them in 4. So Pegasus in 4 isn't a bad idea, but yes, there is no tech team worth it in 5. Treat it like a blank room. Power Armor in 5 for the win. Pegasus is good in 5 on offense. There you go, strategist. Doom in 5 was glitched and would revive the entire team in the first week. Not sure if that still happens. I think they must have fixed the duplication glitch too. I haven't heard anybody complain about them duplicating characters anymore. Yeah, Abomination made room 6. That's right. That's right. I mean, I guess I could have put Brawn in here. I could have put Brawn in here for those heals. I don't think She-Hulk is going to be good enough in here because I think that the negative effects are going to be applied mostly to the 2 tanks, the 3 tanks, I guess, but mostly to Black Knight and Captain America. So I didn't want to go with She-Hulk. I didn't feel like she would be worth it. You've seen videos of him reviving all 4 people when he was left alive. Well, doesn't it say? Oh, revive an allied tech character at 100%. And it has to be a tech character too, huh? You told everyone how to counter my room 6, you jerk. I knew I should have watched that video. I'd have had more mean things to say about you in the recap. Or maybe I would have just let the Ultimate Gamer run his mouth about you. All right, let's do a recording. What do you guys say? Unless we want to do something else. I did raids. We did arena. Well, I could probably do another arena attack. I probably wasted enough time. We could do another arena attack. I will watch your video at some point, Doolum. I read the comments. Does that count? All right, what are you guys using? What are you guys using to beat? Not that. Oh, actually, let's go for 8 then. Yeah, let's do 8. All right, we're gonna go for 8, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and do 8. You have to be a friend to be a bad friend, Doolum. Oh, that was, oh, sorry. Doolum, your name and Daddy Rourke's and Comrade Red are all in red, so they come up looking the same. Yeah, there are, Windstorm. There are way too many videos for me to watch in a day. Oof, right down the middle. Frickin' jerk. Uh-oh, we're bleeding out. She got us. She got us. We're gonna bleed out and die. I don't know. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll try it. Nope, didn't work. Oh, sure, why not? Let's just smash our face into everywhere. Really? The double tap did nothing? That sucks. Bitch. If only I had Spider-Man big time, yeah. Actually, Raging Nerd, I do have Spider-Man big time. Technically, I do. I'm a level 1. Hey, Doolum, can you tell Lori to put things in the share spot so I can talk about it? There's like 2 different things she just told us, which obviously is stuff that we could probably tell other people, but because she's writing it in the wrong spot, I can't say anything about it. Maybe go ask her to move it to the share area. If only I'd cleared the charges from Black Knight, yeah. No, that was going terrible, Juicy. This, oh, I forgot to do this. I'll do it. Okay, I got it. I did it. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's go do a defense up. I'm gonna make my way to the voice channel. If anybody wants to find me there, well, you can. Let's.
I've been informed that I need to say Doolum is here now when I come in the voice chat.
Okay, I don't know.
That was a comment in chat that I missed an opportunity every time I come in here to say Doolum is here.
Okay, I mean, you know, it is in your name. You might as well use it, right? What's up, Squid Pro Quo? Your microphone is muted right now, but I've got you dragged in content creator server. Defend your actions as we disgrace your here. Quid pro quo is, and correct me if I'm wrong, coming in at about 66 million operating in Diamond 1.
That's correct.
66 million is said? I didn't hear.
66 million, yeah.
Well, I heard correctly. Look at that.
Gonna get these cut up here for the...
You got your wish, Run.
What?
About the thing you wanted to talk about?
Oh, did she move it to the share channel?
She did indeed.
Excellent.
The thing is, the things that aren't put in the share, it needs to be polished to be able to put into the share so that the public can see it. That's why they don't normally just put anything in there. It needs to be polished for legal terms so people can go back and look at it and go, it's airtight.
Well, why bother telling us? Like, just go get it polished and put it in the right place in the first, like...
Because that's why we're envoys, so we can get info ahead of time, because we have so much knowledge ahead of time that we're ahead of the entire community. That's the benefit of being an envoy, and we know how to spend our money better, hoard better. Duh. Come on, Run.
All it is the opportunity for me to leak something I'm not supposed to. That's all it is for me. You guys benefit from the envoy program. I don't. I don't make that kind of content. And knowing things in advance doesn't even help me anyways, because I'm waiting for James to put out a video for me to figure out how to do it right.
Dorky Dad.
Yeah.
For those that are confused.
It's in his YouTube description. He put his name right there for anybody to see. I'm not doxing him.
Who the hell reads a YouTube description? I don't even know what my own one says.
Maybe you should get on that. Run is still behind the community, maybe beyond the community. I'm not really sure what you meant to say there. Eight hours of turn signal. Okay, so. All right, so in room 1, we have the Extreme with Rogue. I kind of like this. I'm not currently running it myself, but I think it's good. We have the proper ISOs on this. The placement looks good enough for me. Well, I don't know, maybe Nightcrawler moved away from Rogue in case she taunts. That way you're not getting splash damage on him. But putting him next to Forge isn't much better because Forge is a hot target as well. I don't know. The placement doesn't bother me too much. I think this is acceptable. Let's see what else the roster has in it, and then we'll make a decision based on once we see everything. All right, we have this is something that I'm actually doing. I just got sick of Darkhold. It's the same matchup. Everybody knows how to beat it. It plays like a script. This, at least you could make a mistake. If you have varying levels on your Asgardians, you might accidentally kill somebody, trigger Valkyrie, 50% chance it could go wrong, especially with Dormammu reviving him. So I kind of like doing this. I think this is something that you might want to swap in once in a while. You're not going to be using him on offense. Maybe Dormammu has some value elsewhere, or Vol has some value elsewhere. But I think it's about as much value as the Darkhold team, which you technically could use against matchups like Infinity Watch, maybe. Then over here in When It Rains, number 3 is the Infinity Watch, Striker, Skirmisher, Striker. Okay, that's fine. You could make Moondragon a healer, but Striker works just as well. Built G18, it's ready to rock and roll. It's a pretty good team. When It Rains is the one that propagates all the positive effects, and this team gets lots of positive effects, so it's a good thing. Plus, Safeguard, I think it's a great room for Infinity Watch. It's something we can do. And then in number 4, it looks like the Out of Time team with Red Hulk and Fury. Now, Fury is going to start with his special, not his ultimate, giving some speed to the team. I think he has some synergy with S.H.I.E.L.D. members, so that's Captain America. Peggy, of course, has synergy with the Out of Time members, but not as so much outside of War. Red Hulk is going to go first, doing his special, rewinding turn meter. Going to take Red Hulk a long time to get to his ultimate. Probably won't even get there until the team's beaten. But it's something. I'm wondering if maybe moving the placement on this team might be better, like putting Fury in the middle and then Captain America and Black Knight to the corners with Peggy and Red Hulk in the back row. Maybe. I don't know. That's something we could talk about. Not a terrible team. I do like the ISO choices on this team. I think they're really good. Number 5, it's going to be the Secret Defenders with Mysterio. I don't understand the Mysterio choice in here. I went with Noir on mine. I think Mysterio. What's Mysterio doing here?
Yeah. He was just a random pick. I was trying to figure out something different to put in there. I haven't had much luck with anything that goes in there, so just looking for something different.
How big is your Noir? Is he in teal gear?
Yeah.
He is? I'd probably go with in here. There's that 16% chance he's going to screw up a secret.
Yeah, he's... What is he? 85, about 200K.
Okay, that's probably big enough. He's going to go first. He's going to take his first turn. He's going to do his thing, or he's not, and then it's kind of over, and you use him as gap placement after that. So that's something you could do. But we'll get back and talk about that in a minute. And then finally, we have Darkhold in 6 with Loki, as opposed to using it in number 2. You're going for the Mystic bonus on those guys, and you're throwing this in.
Right. Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about this. But, I mean, it's kind of the same thing in 3 anyway. All right, let's start back at 1 and go through it.
I was toying with putting Superior 6 out there.
Right.
But I'm not sure if I'm going to miss it then on offense.
I mean, you're probably using it every single time on offense,
yep.
Right? Do you think you could afford to put him on defense? I mean, it's...
As much as I care about Crucible, I probably could and see if it doesn't really matter if I take a couple of losses. And see if it does something.
I think with your extreme rogue here,
and for reference, it's about a 1.95 team.
I don't know. I think maybe just offense. You've got a pretty hefty defense going here. You do, because you've got Apox Sus, Superior 6. You've got New Warriors. You've got
MOE.
And thank you, Masters of Evil. You've got Eternals. You've probably got Tangled, probably Undying.
Hive Mind.
And of course, Hive Mind. So I think you've got some good opportunities for offense, and I think you've got some pretty decent defenses in. This one seems a little weak sauce to me, but let's start with the beginning one. Extreme Rogue. Doolum, do you think he should break this up and do like some people are doing where they're using Unlimited and Extreme into or do you like this one?
I like the splitting because it plays to my game, right? Because if my game is I'm always punching up minimum 15-20 million. So it's spreading them thin is my goal. So if I have obviously Dorm and Extreme in 6, and then I have ULX with whatever in 1, then it's spreading them more thin than having a bigger team in 1 that's always going to get Superior 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a big team, but the problem is Superior 6 still does good things against this. Like I did a million punch up last week in Crucible against this in room 1 with my Superior 6.
And like we no longer have to have Superior 6 on offense, right? We can put him where we want.
Correct. Yeah, okay. You can put him wherever you want. Yeah, I mean, the room is good. Don't get me wrong. The room is good. Gambit has to be with Rogue. The Cyclops is there for the turn meter for Forge. Forge is a healer. ISOs are good. I mean, the team is great. It's just still, like, Superior 6 will still work against this. Like, that's not going to change anything.
So, for reference... wait, this isn't...
Yes, it is.
It is? What the hell am I doing in 1? Look at that weird stuff I put in 1.
0-0'd all over your defense.
Oh, yeah, 0-0'd all over my defense. Yeah, here we go.
He wants that 50% extra health on Rogue from MLF.
Yeah, okay, whatever. And then I have the extreme bits over here. I don't like this Cap Sam in 4. He's taunting and like a little bit of energy, which doubles. It's like 2 energy to like 1, maybe 2 people. I don't know about that. I was actually thinking about putting in like Cabal or Emma or something in, I don't know. So that's something you could do is you could split them up like that. A lot of people are putting them in 1 and 6. Let's go back. These are
If you split the X-Men teams, that'll actually give you a better defense than what you have in 2 right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Split the X-Men teams. So you guys like the idea of splitting it then?
The thing about 2 is
2 is the same as like what Dorm Extreme is in 6. 2 is if my opponent has to play very correctly or they're gonna mess up. Like there's a lot of room for faltering in 2 because of the, pushing people too far, not knowing how abilities work. You use a Kang basic because you want to hit Vol, and then the extra hits Vol or hits Valkyrie. Valkyrie dies, gives the passive, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 is banking on them messing up. Obviously, the higher you go, the less of a chance you're going to have somebody to mess up. And 2 becomes just a free room for new warriors, MOE, stuff like that. Tangled also, the same Tangled counter also does well against it.
Basically, what you're saying is you could have a room that's a 4, or you could have 2 rooms that are both 3s. Kind of thing. Okay. Juicy, you say if he wants to run this, you need to draw the Superior 6 someplace else. What would you suggest he place and where to draw a Superior 6? I mean, are we talking like put a sus on the field someplace?
Maybe like a sus BK in 4.
A sus Black Knight in 4? Yeah. I don't know, but then, well, I guess he'd still have, you'd only be losing sus. He'd still have all that other stuff for offense. I don't know. That's a tough one. This is kind of the question that a lot of people are dealing with right now. Do you break up the Extreme Rogue, or do you leave it in one big room?
Where are you at in your bracket normally? Like, are you usually like one of the higher TCPs, the lower TCPs? Where are you normally at?
At this point in the season, obviously, we're all kind of clumped together, so it's in the middle. By the end of the season, I'll probably end up working to the next diamond, maybe. Yeah, next diamond, and probably be closer to the top.
Okay. So
But
like TCP wise,
having
you're normally like 1 through 4 in the TCP wise, like in the
Yeah.
rankings. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So, I mean, the room 2 is fine, right? Because it can catch people off guard. I have seen better results with Extreme Dorm in 6, and then the Unlimited in 1, because the Dorm Extreme in 6, there's just so much finicky play around it, even if a Superior 6 goes into it. Because if you kill somebody by accident, Forge gets that turn meter that overcaps, and then he just takes 2 turns, revives somebody, puts his ult out there, and then they're full healing from all the positive effects and stuff. I feel like that has a bigger chance of tripping somebody up than the Room 2. But then again, right, Room 2 is just, it takes nothing from your defense, or from your offense, except for Vol. I like Vol for offense, though.
Honestly, I think he could pull Dormammu and put in Sif, especially if Sif is really small, because you'd accidentally kill Sif and have the trigger on Val.
That's not a terrible idea. Maybe put the Sif on the end where Vol is right now. Put Vol where Thor is right now, and then put Valkyrie dead center. Keep her where she's at. So if they have MOE and they use the Kang special on Valkyrie, then it hits, or the Kang special on Vol, then it hits Valkyrie and Sif to possibly kill them, and then the passive procs and stuff like that.
Because I mean, this could trip them up and really suck, but also the Sif version could as well. Less of a chance because you don't have those revives, but still have Vol doing a revive if they get to their big ult in time. Maybe, I don't know. I just think that using the Dormammu in room 6 and splitting up these X-Men teams might be a better way to go. Rather than because, like Juicy says, and I kind of agree, if you want to keep this big team in 1, I think we might have to add in a Super Scroll someplace like in here to really warrant the Superior 6 to come into something.
Yep. So what you can do, since you said 5, in 5 Mysterio was a filler, if you really, really want to, it's not the best idea, but your Mysterio is pretty big, putting Mysterio in 4 and then put Out of Time and Sus. So Mysterio's going to spawn with a bunch of dupes who count as villains, so they'll still give the villain buff to Super Scroll, even though it won't look like it. So the dupes will count as villains on spawn. So Super Scroll will have 4 villains and 3 heroes. So he'll still get the buffs from the villains and the heroes. The only downside about that is if those minions start dying, then you're just giving a crap ton of energy to your opponent. But I don't think it's worth putting Super Scroll on defense if you're not benefiting from the 2 and 2. Period. Like, that's not even a question. He gets so much from the 2 and 2.
Frankly, I like this room 4 the way it is. And
I do too.
And I don't like adding Super Scroll into it. I'm starting to think, because I've been having pretty good results splitting up my X-Men, whether it's a 0 split or a more traditional split. I've been having good luck with that. And with people, I mean, you may get lucky and your opponent doesn't have Superior 6 on offense anymore. Maybe this is a good way to run it for the first time and see if people start putting their Superior 6 back on defense in your area.
Yep.
Then this is going to be great, man. This is going to get you some mileage. But if people are still using Superior 6 on offense, they're just going to go through. And it's going to be kind of a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't have Superior 6 on offense, they got a tough time clearing, right? Like, that's not an easy time.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go with this idea that we're gonna split Squid Pro Quo first. We'll play it out that way, see what it looks like, and then we're gonna come back and try for, I don't know, putting Superior 6 on defense and going with a big heavy defense, doing this the same. I'm not sure. I'm kind of leaning towards splitting it. So what are we doing in 1 if we split this team up? It's gonna be the Unlimited. It's gonna be Rogue, Gambit, and what?
Just Unlimited.
Oh, it's just
Rogue,
straight
Gambit. Well, straight Unlimited, and then I've been taking out Fire Chicken for Quicksilver. I haven't used Quicksilver on offense once. That's why I figured just throwing him in there has been good, and it's been surprisingly decent.
Yeah, I only use Quicksilver for action to clean up.
Yep, that's what I noticed too. I noticed the first week and even halfway through the second week, I don't need Quicksilver, and I rarely even use Doom. The only reason I keep Doom is just in case they have Superior 6 on defense, and then I can steamroll it.
All right, so then if we're using the Extreme members in another room, do we want to put those in 6?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's that going to look like, that composition? That's going to have Dorm plus the Extreme?
Yep, Extreme, Dorm. Again, it's going to just be the cookie cutter stuff that we've been running.
So that'll be everything but Gambit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. That. And then room 5, I want Mysterio on offense. I don't care what we do, whether it's Doctor Strange, whether it's Noir. I want Mysterio for offense. He's valuable against Infinity Watch. He's valuable with the Superior Sinister 6 tag.
As you get higher, especially when you start like getting really high and you got a Black Knight somewhere and you have to use your APOC there and you can't use APOC against Infinity Watch, you need Mysterio, Vulture, and Hive Mind to beat a 2.5 million Infinity Watch. And even have a prayer of not just losing a ridiculous amount of efficiency. But obviously, I don't know if that's a problem you face right now. I don't know how big the...
With Abomination here.
How big is your Hulk?
That set is a healer. He's 336.
Hulk might not be a bad idea in your room 4, honestly, because your Red Hulk is so large too. That might be a good combo because Red Hulk ain't gonna get pushed, like, die quickly. I mean, that's a massive Red Hulk. So Red Hulk could be a good option for you in here with the Green Hulk for the Safeguard immunity.
And leave Green Hulk as a healer?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, Green Hulk's just gonna be another reflexive taunt, essentially. So if there's AoE damage, he drops below 50%, then he's gonna special taunt and heal up. Then you have Black Knight with the taunt, and if he drops below 50% of health, then Captain America gets a reflexive taunt. Then Captain America specials and gives energy to everybody. This room isn't going to stop people. Like, I'm not looking to stop people with this room. It's just slow them down. That's why I actually like the Peggy in here, because the Peggy heals people and slows the matchup down, so it's just efficiency. Because that's the game I play. I play efficiency. I don't look to them banking on dropping a fight, honestly.
And so going from left to right, it would be Black Knight, Green Hulk, Red Hulk, Peggy, and then Cap.
Let me see what I have.
I would put the tanks in the front row position.
I have left to right Black Knight, Green Hulk, because if Green Hulk gets rewound, if they bring a sus in here, I don't care. Then Red Hulk in the middle, then Peggy, then Cap on the end.
Okay.
Just because I don't care if Green Hulk gets rewound, and if he does get rewound, my Green Hulk is only level 95, so he'll probably get pushed to 50%, and then that's another taunt on the board.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So then he's taunting, then healing, and like it's just it's annoying because it's just so much healing.
And remember, Duelam, his Black Knight is 6x6. People might be hesitant to bring a Super Scroll in here. You know, when that Black Knight hits 6x6 and 7x7, the Super Scrolls kind of get killed.
Yep. Absolutely. You got Fortifier on Black Knight, right? I can't see.
Yeah, he's got Fortifier. Sorry, my arm's in the way.
Yeah, Fortifier 5.
I'm liking this idea of swapping out Fury for Hulk. You don't need to swap out Peggy for Abomination or another Gamma member. That's just something I like to do. It seems to be working in 6. Duelam likes it because she's going to do the heal and keep the team topped off. Again, it's not to win the match, it's to stall the match out for efficiency, which is what you start doing at the high end. You're not, everybody's one-shotting everything no matter what you put on defense, so you might as well spread it wide and hope that every single room takes a few more hits to beat.
Any advantage of taking Green Hulk up a couple of levels? He's currently sitting at 95.
I will say I took him to 95. He was at 90 before today, and then I decided to run this defense, so I put him to 95. I wouldn't say higher than that because he's kind of meh. And I feel like Gamma, this is kind of the last breath of using Gamma on defense. Personally, if you like War, take them up. They're going to be good in War for another year.
Right.
So if you're into War, dude, you got no problem taking up Gamma. They're always going to be good. Another thing you could do too, if you really want to screw with people, is start putting Horsemen in here with Red Hulk. Just put like a Rogue and an MLF, and it just really screw with people. But that's taking away from your room 1, your room 2, or not your room 2, the Darkhold thing.
I actually have already, since we've been talking, I've already swapped out 1 and 6 with what you guys have suggested. So I have 0 issue with throwing MLF into 4 in place of Peggy.
Yep, you could do that because then it's going to give extra health.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're dropping the Darkhold here, that's a thing you could do is MLF in place of Peggy. I actually like that. I'm gonna write that down as a note.
Make sure they're adjacent as well.
Yeah.
Red Hulk is adjacent for the speed up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I can't remember the last time I've used Darkhold on offense. So.
Yep. If you're using Darkhold on offense, you're desperate. People have been saying, "Oh, you can use that for Infinity Watch." I'm like, yeah, if you want to be there for 10 minutes.
Right, zero turn bonus there at all. Yeah.
So I think Dorky threw in Rogue and MLF in here, so that Rogue gets some turn meter, obviously gets the extra health, and then has Black Knight and Cap America in here, and it's been a pretty interesting defense. But that's like super high end, because they're able to do it because they can throw in a 2.9 million new Avengers, and people have to look at it and go, oh, I guess I got to take this seriously. So
Lord Richter, putting Black Knight in the middle with Red Hulk and Peggy over his shoulders is a bad idea, because if they do go into it with a sus, then both Peggy and Red Hulk are going to get rewound by that sus if they use the special. So I'm not sure that would be a great placement. I actually, after Duelam told me his placement, I think that's probably a better idea. Green Hulk being over the shoulder of Black Knight, because if he gets rewound, who cares?
Yep.
2 more days till 3 Diamond APOC. Okay, so one more time from the top. Look, this is for people who want to turtle hard. We're gonna try and break that up. We're gonna go with just a straight unlimited, or we could replace Fire Chicken with Quicksilver. And then in 2, let's drop Dormammu for Sif. This is kind of a nothing room anyway, but hopefully how big is your Sif anyway, Squid Proco?
She's a tiny Sif.
Oh, that's
158.
good. Even
That's
better.
the point. Good.
Even
Absolutely.
better. She'll taunt, and you'll be forced to kill her before you can do anything else, and that's a 50% chance that it's going to buff this team, and then Vol is going to pop off, hopefully, and rewind it. So let's do that. Let's replace that with Sif, and hopefully the other people have a smaller Sif to do that with as well. The other choice is to run Darkhold in here, and then room 3. Good job. You did room 3 just right. Gold star for you. Room 4, a lot of people are talking about this. This isn't necessarily an unbeatable team. I don't like Fury, so we're gonna swap him out with Hulk. And then we could swap out Peggy for MLF. Peggy's not doing a whole lot in here because it's outside of war. She's kind of tied to her team, so she's only doing a revive for Captain America and all the other stuff that we've already talked about. And then in room 5, we're going to drop Mysterio for either Noir or Doctor Strange. And then in number 6, we're going to go with Dormammu and the Extreme X-Men. Dormammu would be replacing Gambit, of course, because Gambit's back there in the 1. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about? Because we didn't really talk about 5 with the SD, Noir, or Doctor Strange.
If you have SD on defense, you need to put Robbie on a corner with Black Cat behind him, because then if not, this just screams New Warriors, because I could just go all in on Photon and rewind the Robbie, and Robbie never goes.
Yeah, so it'll go Robbie, Black Cat, Photon, and then either Noir or Doctor Strange, and then Hard Light. The reason you're putting Noir and Doctor Strange adjacent to Hard Light is because it's gap placement once they're dead.
Yep.
Gotcha.
What team is Cabal for? What do you mean? Athame, do you mean what game mode is the Cabal going to be for?
Windstorm. Got him.
Yeah. Athame, we can't tell you. Sorry.
For those, like, just as a general rule of thumb, from what I've noticed from this season, you have 2 paths. You either need to full turtle and still be able to full clear and have enough confidence that you can full clear, or you need to full offense. There's no really like in between of like, oh, I'm gonna turtle in 4, turtle in 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and 6 are kind of meh. Like, you either full turtle, you got sus, BK, superior 6, full extreme, all on defense, and you could still are confident in full clearing, or you need to go full offense and just out efficiency people. Those are the 2 kinds. There's really no in between for this season, for what I can tell.
That's not this season. That's all seasons. Yeah. I agree. I'm finding more and more that you really want to have a little bit more left on offense. And honestly, it's actually better to do weird shit in rooms where everybody's kind of using a simple cookie cutter or slightly off the cookie cutter defense over and over and over again. Throw something else in there, right? What's the worst that could happen? I mean, you know, maybe they wind up some Eternals and are able to delete this super fast and efficiently, and that would suck, I guess, but then they're using Eternals on a shit team. So
can I make one point about why this season probably feels different for a lot of people as far as the offense or turtle balance?
I didn't know it felt different to a lot of people. I thought it felt the same to me, but go ahead.
I think a lot of that has to do with the level gap. Like, you pretty much do have to commit.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people are 96, 97, and other people are 99, 100, and it makes a difference in where you're playing and stuff. Yeah. I mean, we're in the middle of what's the word I'm looking for? The growth, the progression. We're in the middle of a progression change, and so you're going to notice that, and you're going to feel it. It's going to be the same thing when Gear Tier 19 comes into effect. Most people will be up to Commander level 100, and will be rounding out their teams. And so Gear Tier 19 comes in, and then it's like, what of your star players have Gear Tier 19, or who you're going to take into DD7 or something like that.
And then we all get bent over by Mephisto. It'll be a great time.
Yeah.
Mephisto's going to be the next big shift as opposed to Gear Tier 19, I think. Like, yes, it will do something. I don't think it's going to be as drastic.
It'll be who has it and who doesn't. Athame, you were asking about the Cabal team, and I can't say anything about it, but we did have a data mine that talked about this, and this is what I did. Whoops. This is what I did. Jesus, guys, enough with the emotes. So
I will say this as a disclaimer: do not put diamonds on Namor. I don't know that it's coming, but they have been very generous with diamonds on reworks. So just so you know,
just straight don't put diamonds on Namor.
Not put diamonds, because remember we got Cyclops.
This is what Namor does. He reduce speed bar of all targets by 50%, and you don't need diamonds for him to do that. Okay.
Only in war.
Also, I have no idea what his ISO should be on the Cabal team. So.
Dude, Namor's level 1 for me. I don't even know what he does. I have no clue about him.
I don't either. I just know he's a rewind there.
at the moment, just because I finally hit 98 this morning, so I just spent 60 million gold.
3 diamonds on Namor, understood. Absolutely, Rolf Kieran, you understood the assignment.
So
Rolf Kieran
luckily,
always gets me.
The gap in my play against other people is getting smaller and smaller as I level.
All right, I think I got this one. Is there any other idea? I mean, do we want to talk about maybe going with like a full turtle or squid pro quo? Is that even interesting to you? Like, I think that would require you to put Superior 6 on defense and maybe even Sus as well.
Which I could do. Actually, I have a question for the esteemed panel. For room 2, the way it's drawn up right now, is there any value in putting Thor in place of Val? Because I can see use for Val on offense as well.
So
the team's just useless at that point, in my opinion.
yeah, because the entire concept of this team, and it doesn't necessarily all revolve around Vol, but it does revolve around the big 3 here: Infinity War Thor, Beta Ray Bill, and Vol, being the sort of conjunction in which if you take out one, the other 2 ults might just one-shot your team in any which combination, because those are 3 extremely deadly ults with offense up to handle in any possible permutation. The one thing I would say to you, and this would probably be included in the formal discussion as well, is that if you're gonna run the Asgard comp, it is fundamentally better in 6. All of the counters that work into it are counters that do what they do because the buffs they spawn with, like Eternals. Eternals spawn in, they no longer have offense up. Tangled Web can beat Darkhold in 2 as easily as it can in 6. Eternals don't beat this team as easily in 6 as they do in 2.
However, I agree that that's a definite point to make, but with Squid Pro Quos, and so I'll make that mention that 6 is a great place for this team to go, but if he's going to replace Dorm with a teeny tiny Sif, that's not going to matter.
You don't replace Dorm with another Asgardian if you are not running Dorm in this comp. You run the full team in 6, and the 5th member is Captain Sam.
The 5th member is Captain Sam, and you move it to room 6. Captain Sam doing his ultimate first?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ultimate speeds up the whole team when people don't die. It's like 5% per enemy that's still alive after the ult, and 10% per skill character.
Okay, so...
And then when he specials, if it is a slow fight, you can get Vol to an ult, even without Valk necessarily dying and giving energy.
So you're saying drop Valkyrie, add in Captain Sam?
No, drop Dorm, add in Captain Sam.
Okay.
I'm saying if Valk doesn't proc. Like, if you are looking for the budget option to run a bigger offense, you drop Dorm for Sam.
Okay. Why not drop Dorm for Sif, a small Sif, making it nearly impossible to not kill that Sif and having that 50% chance to trigger
gives
Valkyrie.
food to Eternals. In room 6, if you run this team, the Eternals lose offense up on spawn, which makes it super, super hard for Icarus to get the double tap.
I see what you're saying. So Icarus would get the double tap off of killing the Sif and then end up wiping out the entire rest of the team.
Especially in room 2 when he still has offense up. If you run a decent team in room 6,
you're right.
Icarus doesn't tend to have offense up. They either have to do a really weird combination of turns to take out the team with Icarus, and or at a certain point, it just doesn't work to kill big characters like Vol and Beta Ray Bill, and if they lose the coin flip with the speed team that does it with the double tap, they can just straight up lose because Vol will go next and ult.
And now a message from Pathfinder Gaming. You know what, chat? You can suck my... This concludes our message from Pathfinder Gaming.
Thanks for that, Pathfinder. Appreciate it.
Amazing.
You know what? I think that's absolutely right. I think Sif in place of Dorm in here is actually a bad idea because I would do that. I would use my Eternals
So
and get the
Benny,
double
and
tap.
that's what I'm saying is you can bring Loki, Sylvie, Eternals and still get the double tap, but without offense up, if you run a legitimate team, you can get it to where they are no longer able to just obliterate you. Because remember, Icarus doesn't get the offense up in this room. He loses it on his turn. So does Cersei.
In 6. In 6, he loses it on his turn, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why you want to put it there.
Okay, well...
It makes the team a lot harder to get through.
Is Dorm Extreme gonna work in room 2? Because we have Dorm Extreme in room 6 is what we're planning on doing.
So...
Dorm Extreme isn't gonna work in room 2 the way it would work in room 6, though, right?
What I have found is that I have no reason to break up Extreme, not because I want to have one great team or 2 good teams. Fuck that argument. I'm just going to run the great team and run another decent team here like Dorm Hasgard or whatever. I tend to have way too many options for what I can do. And looking at this guy's roster and the investment he has in characters like Dorm, I imagine he also has the roster width I do in order to run full Extreme in 1, run this team in 6, still run a very decent defense and run heavy offense, and still have an abundance of options. I have about 3 to 4 2 million powered teams I don't use every Crucible.
Okay, hold on. Before we get way out of whack here, because you just completely blew up our game plan. All right, first off, if we stick with what we came up with, we do have to add Sam, not Sif, because Sif is going to create the opportunity for a double tap, as will Valkyrie, actually. She's probably a little too small for this. So, you know, we
That's why you put this team in room 6. Because
right, I get that thing. You've made that very clear to me. Now, hold on, let me go through, because I can't just throw this all out the window completely. All right, so we could throw Sam in here in place of Dormammu, or better yet, it might, with Sam in place of Dormammu, and then we would probably have to replace Sif with something bigger. If there's any other Asgardians that would fit in this, and then we'll just forget the whole Val idea. It's only a 50% chance that pops off anyways. But we may have to change other things. Now, what Athame wants to do is run the full Extreme in 1. You want to run probably Darkhold in 2. In 3, we're going to keep this the way it is. In 4, we could probably continue with our game plan here. In 5, we could probably keep that. And then in 6 is going to be this Asgardian team, which is going to be Dorm, Val, Vol, and Beta Ray Bill, and then Cap Sam, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. And then I'm probably going to blow up room 4 too.
Why would you blow up room 4? Because we're going to swap out Noir for Doctor Strange in here and just leave it as an SD defense.
That's 5.
So, room 5, sorry. The problem with...
Oh, sorry, 4.
A straight SD defense in 5, and I'm going to blow up 4 and 5 for the record.
Okay.
Sorry. Is that if you run full SD in 5, it does still lose to New Warriors extremely consistently. So you can do one of 2 things with this room, to either induce RNG or to fuck with their game plan completely and make things complicated.
Okay.
So the first thing you can do if you want to keep SD on defense is replace Mysterio with Spider-Man Noir.
That's one of the, that was what we were recommending, was Noir or Doctor Strange for speed.
I would not do Strange.
Okay.
Strange still loses to New Warriors. Noir creates the RNG where you might rewind the wrong target and their match falls apart.
Right.
If you want, you can swap room 4 and 5, put the Black Knight comp here, and you can run it either with the 2 caps or the A-Bomb and Brawn to go with Rolk and Black Knight. Granted, if you take this out of 4, you take off Fury. Keep that in mind.
Right. Well, we're taking off Fury anyways.
So then I would... What are they putting here? Because I would probably put A-Bomb here to give Rolk Drain.
Okay, we were
and max health.
We were thinking MLF and Green Hulk, but yeah, any Gamma member would be fine, or MLF for Peggy. Those are all opportunities.
Again, if you keep Morgan on offense, you still have full Darkhold.
Oh yeah,
which
okay.
gives you another offense
the
team.
Full Darkhold, okay. So that's an option. So we can go with the Gamma there, but you say, is there? You want to move this to 4? You want to remove SD into 4?
No, what I was saying is move SD to offense and put Pegasus in 4.
Pegasus in 4 because Eternals can't do shit about it. And it doesn't really matter because they're probably going to be trying to do the Mystic team that we're putting into 6 with their Eternals. Anyways,
so then they have a conundrum of what the hell do you beat a big Pegasus with, which I imagine Squid Pro Quo probably has.
So where would you put Black Knight if you want Pegasus in 4?
I would put Black Knight with... I have my Black Knight with QS and the 3 members of Gamma, Rolk, Braun, and A-Bomb. Because those 2 members give Rolk the extra max health, they give him the drain, Braun ult does the clear, and it just makes it the Rolk and Black Knight show.
and that's in room 5. You would move that to room 5?
Room 5 or room 2. I treat room 2 as a blank room 2, but if he wants to put Darkhold on defense, room 2 is better for Darkhold. I don't treat 2 and 5 as a room roll. I treat it as blank bullshit.
I mean, if you divide the square root by 3650, so the
Square root of 3650 is just like 60.1 or some bullshit. It's super small.
So there's all the emotes again, as always. I love how they backlog like that every time.
Yeah, yet
so,
Trigger Fire won't do any of the other things.
It'll just backlog.
Guys,
so
I'm cooking in here, so you're just gonna have to watch me vibrate as my janky air conditioner shakes the whole wall that my camera's mounted to.
So Windstorm, if they use Hive Mind on Pegasus in 4, great. Now they still have to figure out what to do with 3 and his other rooms. Like, if you go offense heavy, a big Hive Mind in this season's gonna destroy something. Who cares?
Okay.
It'll be the longest defense up video ever.
This is, well, once we figure out the actual game plan, it's always going to be 10 to 13 minutes long.
We had the 20-minute one when it was the podcast version, all right?
Yeah.
We'll never beat that again.
Yeah, and that was because we had like 5 other people in here on voice. This'll be, we'll get this short. We'll figure it out. Okay. So, let's try splitting things up again first. We're going to go unlimited with Quicksilver. We're gonna go Darkhold in 2, which is super boring. This is the only thing everyone agrees on, which is the most boring, stupid team we've had in months.
Not throwing Superior 6 into 2.
No, we're no.
Superior 6 and 2 loses to APOC hold. Just saying.
Hold on, we're gonna keep Superior 6 on offense. Let's not even get that drawn into it. Okay, and then this is staying, and then this one we're looking at a Pegasus in room 4. I don't really like that because then you're losing Kestrel for offense, but I see the point. And then over here would be your Black Knight with your choice of 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th members of Gamma, Out of Time, Rebirth, whatever you want. And then over here, we're going to be putting in our Mystic Asgardian team with Captain Sam. No, we're going to put Extreme. We're going to put Extreme over here.
That's correct. Extreme with Dorm.
Dorm Extreme over here is what we would end up doing.
I think as far as the Black Knight comp, you specify that it's either the 3 members of Gamma or the 2 out of time Green Hulk approach.
Right, I was being sarcastic, I think.
I also probably put a caveat that if you're putting Black Knight on defense, if it's not a 5-5, 6-6, or 7-7, he needs to be in room 4. Just like as kind of a rule of thumb.
Right.
If it's a small Black Knight, then New Warriors is just gonna roll whatever team it's on. It doesn't, because then Gwen's gonna take off the taunt turn 1, and then it's pretty much over from there. So just as a rule of thumb, if it's a bigger Black Knight, you have the ability to move him around. If it's a smaller Black Knight, he's kind of confined to room number 4.
So my only thing is that if we split this team up, we're basically either going to drop the Mystic Asgardians comp, or we're going to drop Darkhold.
And that just depends on what is doing better. Because honestly, both of them aren't really utilizing the room rules super well. It just depends on which one does better, right? Like if Darkhold's not doing well in your bracket, then don't run Darkhold. The problem is then you're freeing up Tangled for someone else, right? Because like you said, the Darkhold Tangled fight is prescriptive as shit.
Yeah.
But it's always taking Tangled off the board and not giving them Tangled on anything else.
And if you're putting Pegasus in 4, you can't use Eternals there, which means the Eternals would be free to go after the Val Vol Dorm Comp in 6. Even though it's tricky, that's probably still what you would use, because it's not going to work on Pegasus in 4. And so that's why
Tangled
I think
Eternals tends to be the option I've seen most players go for against my Pegasus in 4. It has failed,
but it's got
1 out of 4 times.
But it doesn't have a great return on value. I mean, what else are you going to use against Pegasus in 4?
It's not a fun team to deal with. Like, you either use a meta offense team that you tend to have to use on, like X-Men in 1.
Okay,
or
so
you just have a fuckfest.
All right, so you're actually thinking that we go ahead and we keep the Dorm, Val, Vol, Beta Ray, Bill, Sam in 6. We go with the Extreme Unlimited in 1 like it is.
Yes. And
over here we do
treat 2 as a blank room, or you can put Darkhold here.
2 we go to
on defense.
2 we go to Darkhold. We move this composition, except we're gonna add Sam in place of Val, right? Yeah, we're gonna add.
It's Sam in place of Dorm. You don't change out Valk. Valk is what creates the problem for Eternals here.
All right, so we're gonna go. Okay, just rewrite this whole damn thing. I'm actually kind of liking this. Once we realized the chink in the armor with Sif in 2, it kind of all started to fall apart with what would be used as the opposition to it. So 1 is going to be Extreme. These things are getting so complicated anymore that I can't do that. So 1 is going to be Extreme, and we're basically going to leave it the same. Hey, that's an easy one. Okay, gold star there, I guess. 2 is going to be Darkhold. And do we want anything special with Darkhold? Please don't tell me, like, Darkhold Quicksilver or something.
I mean, you don't want to run the full OG Darkhold. He had Loki on his team in 6, and that's fine if you're just trying to throw Darkhold on defense.
Okay, so we'll do Darkhold with Loki?
Yeah, and that just forces Tangled to go after 2, and then they have to figure out what the fuck they're going to do in 4.
Okay, 3 is a gold star. Good job. And then 4 is going to be the Pegasus team, is what we're thinking now. And that is very, I mean, I've seen Pegasus in 4. It's a pain in the ass. It really is.
Yeah,
so
you
that's
either
something.
have to super overkill it, or it gets super messy. And if you super overkill it, now you don't have a meta offense team for somewhere else where you probably really need your meta offense team.
Okay, and at 5, we're going to keep the Secret Defenders, but we're doing SD Noir. We don't like Doctor Strange. It's just not enough to change the matchup. The Noir adds that bit of randomness. And then in 6, we're going to move that Mystic Asgardian team. Asgard. And it's going to be this. We're replacing Captain Sam with Dormammu is what's going to be moved into 6.
What's in 5?
5 is going to be Secret Defenders with Noir. And don't worry, Squid Pro Quo, I'm going to get this all into a 10-minute video, hopefully straightforward and clean looking.
Confused run, because my point was if you want to put Secret Defenders on offense and run offense heavy, you do the Black Knight comp here, not Secret Defenders here.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. We're moving this. We're not doing SD Noir. I'm sorry. You're right. I just, it's kind of confusing because what I've got on screen and what I've got on the paper. And so this is going to be in order. It's going to be Black Knight in one corner. And we could go Green Hulk. Or we could go, Brawn would be the other choice?
Yeah, Brawn and A-Bomb are both great choices to go with Rolk too. They give him the max health.
And then it would be Red Hulk in the middle. And then... and then it would be maybe A-Bomb. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. And then we'll be Captain America in the other corner.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the placement would be Black Knight, and either Brawn or Green Hulk, and then Red Hulk, and then Abomination, and then Captain America.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got it. I kind of like the way this goes. I really wanted to be using the Mystic Asgardian team in too, but you're right. They double tap off the Sif and get huge points on it. That's a big chink in the armor.
I mean, using the Mystic Asgardian team in 6 is better value anyways, because you don't get a ton of value out of the drain. Whereas in 6, all your counters that rely on things like Eternals with their offense up on spawn lose that benefit, which makes the counter more
susceptible to survive the double tap. Rorix, you make fun of me, buddy, but you're still here watching, okay? All right. So Duelim, we kind of blew up what you were going with and swapped some stuff around, but we ended up kind of sticking with this Black Knight team. We just moved it to room 5. I hate putting a full Pegasus on defense because I use the Kestrel so often. But I just can't deny that Pegasus in 4 is a pain in the ass. Whenever I go up against Pegasus in 4, it's a nail biter. I watch you to make fun of you. Thank you, Windstorm. I love you too.
We come here to laugh at you, not with you, Ron.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, Pegasus in 4 is just a nightmare. Like, I watch the replays of someone punching down with a 3 million Tangled Eternal Omega Red team, and watching them take 30 plus turns on a 700k punch down was hilarious.
So, there's nothing better we can do in 2 than Darkhold Loki. God, that's so boring.
Like I was saying, you could do new Avengers just to split up their new warriors.
I don't know.
It's not great, but neither is Darkhold on defense anymore. That's why I run it on offense.
Squid, what's your...
I can't get an 8371 on a Darkhold. I can get an 8371 on new Avengers with a new Warriors or an MOE real quick.
Sure, but there's the problem, right?
You're using new Warriors or
MOE. Now you have a worse team to deal with Black Knight, which almost forces you, if you're smart, to use that team on Black Knight, and now you have to go with a worse counter into new Avengers.
Why in tarnation would I ever take MOE into a Black Knight? If I see Black Knight not in room 4, or even in room 4 in some instances, APOC New Warriors absolutely decimates it anywhere.
Well, and you've also got the Hive Mind to work with also, and I think in room 4 you can do Hive Mind action there because Void Knight's still going to be able to ult in 4. So we ended up going a little bit heavier on this defense, actually. We ended up keeping the Extreme, and the Mystic, we're just moving it into a different room. We're adding Pegasus into 4, keeping a variant of this and moving it to 5. This stays, and then this gets moved into 6. So it's more of a room shuffle overall, but we're actually keeping a pretty hefty defense. The only thing that we're doing is we're now moving Pegasus to defense, but we're getting Dorm onto offense. I don't know if that's a great trade.
We're getting Secret Defenders in offense too, which is an extremely efficient team.
Thank you, Royalty. Let's go. Do you guys want to go check out that leaderboard? Because if it's only 10 minutes, I don't have enough time to record this video.
Yeah, Ron, on the front lines here of the spending event, and Beta Ray Bell is just about to drop out of the top 50 here.
Oh my God, let's get back into that right away.
Secret Defenders is a much higher offense tier team than Pegasus is, just because of how fast Secret Defenders go.
Hey, Ron, you know, I gotta admit, the only reason I wanted Super Scroll to have Red Star auction or anything was just because I wanted to have like the play-by-play that you did the last time when APOC had the diamond auction, because that was one of the funniest like 15 minutes we've had on stream in a long time.
Honestly, I didn't think it was all that. I had fun.
Dude,
it was a fun time. So many people said that was such an amazing stream and everything, and I was like, really? I'm glad you liked it, but I didn't really know it was anything out of the ordinary. Okay, so because this is always the most important thing is where I'm at.
No problem, Squid Pokro. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for joining us, by the way.
He's out of there. Okay, yeah, we'll get that recorded. All right, we've got Ransom in number 1, and remember, I think what we really want is to see who's making the top 50. That's going to be the big catch right there. Just kind of scrolling through these numbers to see what we've got. Platypus Messiah at 13. Oof.
Ransom's got a lean roster, dude. For being level 100, he's only 56 million.
Wow.
The dude who's in number 1.
That's a new crack into the game, sounds like.
I mean, he's got a pretty old PID though.
Agent Zero at 37.
Maybe he bought an account.
Tony at 43. Smeets at 47. Batwalk down to 47. Batwalk has dropped 9 places since we checked in earlier. And Nunya still holding at 50. Ooh, Beta Ray Bill just dropped to 51. Oh no! Beta, break out the wallet!
And before Beta shoots up to like rank 5.
he's like, I don't break out the credit cards till there's 5 minutes left.
He's sitting on like 800,000 ultra cores, and he's just ready to click, 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 click. Number 12.
He's like, I've got 12 instances of the store opened and ready to go.
I've got every major credit card company on
Holy
now.
shit.
I'm ready for this.
Where did my alliance mate just go in that? Did he just shoot the fuck up?
That's hilarious.
I've been watching for the past 5 minutes, and rank 14, username is 134. He was down by around 47, and he shot up to 14.
Just climbing up. I believe that's Russian. I'm not really sure.
A lot of, changes here.
Yes, that does look like Russian.
I wouldn't know. You could tell me that was Mandarin, I'd believe you.
Okay.
Captain Rogers' Neighborhood. Seeing a lot of Legion and Sex Panther in here. Lots of familiar alliances in here. X Academy, of course.
What I hate seeing here is I hate seeing people that are next to me in Cosmic Crucible brackets. That's what I hate seeing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this going, I faced him, I faced him, I faced him. Oh shit, he's in my bracket now. Like, I'm just like, God, Green Goblin's gonna smack me.
Oof, a little switch there.
Are you ready to fight a 3-diamond Green Goblin on defense in room 5?
Oof,
Absolutely, I am.
I really don't want to.
Absolutely.
The 50s are staying right there. Beta Ray Bill, Nunya, Boofhead. Great name, Boofhead. I love that. Staying right there at the 50 mark. Batwalk dropping to 47. Tony down in 44 now.
Oh no.
I don't see any big changes. Oh, I hate it when it lurches like that. And then I'm like, oh, where was I?
I wish we could see anywhere we want on the leaderboard. Like, we could see each break point of the rankings.
You know, next time what we got to do is we got to get a couple of us on, and I'll share the screen and your guys' screen so we can each have a section and just cover 1 through 20, 20 through 40, 40 through 60, etc.
I called not top 20. Sorry. But, like, we can't see top 200, we can't see top 500, we can't see top 1,000. Like, we can never see those unless our account is near there, which is kind of annoying. I wish we were able to see, like, all the breakpoints. That'd be kind of cool.
56 million for ransom.
Nice.
What's Fate's Fury rocking these days?
Saney left us, so I don't like him anymore.
150 million? I didn't know we had him at 150 million so far.
Beta is much higher.
Beta's at 162 almost, yeah. That's what happens when you put diamonds on your minions, Run 7.
We've got 4 minutes left. It's lurching like crazy as people are breaking out their wallet, spending to the moon to get their 3-diamond Green Goblin Classic. Nunya jumps to 27.
Pathfinder said, I look at them all and say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution to MSF.
Yes.
200 is 255k. 1k is 127,975. Good call. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Roughly 20,000 off.
So you need to be roughly 500,000 points to get into the top 50 at this moment in time.
Which is like $500 if I'm not mistaken.
Right now, Ryan Jacobson and the rest of the developers are popping the cork on their champagne bottles as they bring in another boon of income for Scopely.
Oh, Beta Ray dropped again.
Beta Ray dropped again. Batwalk at 49, Beta Ray at 51.
Batwalk's dropping. Oh, there's the Beta Ray Bill update.
Oh.
Oh no.
Beta Ray down to 42. They're starting to swipe credit cards, everybody.
You heard it here first. Beta Ray Bill is quitting. If he's not in the top 50, he's quitting.
Climbing's getting furious. We don't climb towers, we climb leaderboards here in Marvel Strikeforce.
Spender boards.
Batwalk drop.
I love how this is the most entertaining thing to do on a Monday.
I wish they'd keep these for Fridays, man. Nobody read the blog post. We'd all be here.
Bill does tend to be around.
Okay, so the top 3 aren't changing a whole lot, but down here at 50, it's getting pretty fierce.
Look at the difference between 1, 2, and 3. It's like 200K between each of them.
Yeah. Okay, we got 2 minutes left.
Batwalk dropped again. Oh.
I know. I'm really hoping Beta and Batwalk get back in this. I'm big fans of those guys. I want to see them up in the top 50. Wolf, Batwalk 52, Beta Ray at 52. Oh, Beta Ray swapping the card. Beta Ray, we've got some movement.
Does Beta Ray watch streams? Some, yes.
Sometimes, yeah.
He's really, really close with Taco. Like him, Taco, and Ceci are very, very tight.
The Sex Manthers.
Also, I'm genuinely curious. What did you guys think about the Ruby Red Orb overall?
I thought it was.
Did you guys?
I was happy every time I opened it. I was like, oh,
phenomenal.
cool. I was like, that's cool.
I thought this was the best event orb I think they've ever had. Like dark promos on the corner, dark diamond credits on the corner, and then good character shards in the middle. I thought
literally only good characters. It was just the on-farmable superior 6 members. Like there was no chance of pulling Shocker or something that felt bad.
And I don't feel bad that they're becoming farmable next month. I'm like, oh, cool, I got extra shards, so I don't have to farm them as long.
Nunya has climbed into the top 20 going after those dark promos. Let's see if he can keep that lead in the top 20 there, folks.
Under 1 minute, run 7. 50 seconds.
Game is trash at 33.
Why wasn't it red other than that great orb? Benny Westside, absolutely. They are in the same alliance. That's fair.
And remember, the meter keeps ticking after the clock has stopped. So you're going to see some spending happening eventually. What I want to know is, are Batwalk and Beta Ray going to jump into this battle or not? They've got a few, 10,000 points to go to get up into the top 50?
They were safe and like not been on for this. They might have thought they were safe.
Their experience, they know how this works. They're probably waiting for the clock to run out before they do their last swipe. Look at this, though. Wolf in number 50.
Beta Ray Bill strikes me as the kind of guy that has a block in his work schedule for when these events end to make sure he can be where he needs to be, where Beta Ray Bill wants to be.
All right, there we go, folks. The clock has passed 0. It is still running. We have the opportunity for a few more to trade places. We are getting some lurches in the scoreboard here. It is flickering around. No royalty. Game is trash is not Boilon.
No, that's not Boilon.
Wolf is the top Kraken in my arena shard.
Oh, nice.
We'll have fun going up against his 3 diamond.
So Elway's the top Kraken in my arena shard, and I've matched him a couple times in Cosmic Crucible, and it kind of surprised me because I just looked in my request.
Oh, man.
I got a contact request from Elway for the first time in 4 years.
Hold on. These orbs are pretty good. The Black Knight orbs that are in game now?
I'll have to check them out. All right, so it looks like Batwalk and Beta Ray Bill, my champions of champions, have come in at 51 and 52, unfortunately.
Holy
there we
shit.
go. The event ended again. We went back to 0 again.
Nope.
Wolf taking the 50th position. And
that is a lot of mini uniques.
Jumping up here to see who gets the 20th. Nunya gets the 20th for those extra dark promos. And at the very top, by miles upon miles, we've got Ransom coming in with a new roster and Commander Murphy, followed by Fate's Fury, all of which holding it down in big ways with their wallet.
I appreciate every single one of you for funding this game.
Yes, a big shout out to everyone in the top 200 of this event for carrying Marvel Strikeforce players everywhere. Congratulations, Wolf, on getting your 3 diamond Green Goblin, and unfortunately, Batwalk and Beta Ray Bill. just didn't show up to compete today, folks. Just falling short. Our timer clicked over to 0 once again. I don't see any more lurches. I think we're done.
Yeah, I don't think it's there anymore.
Starbrand is here, everybody. Starbrand is here.
Wow. And the crowd goes mild.
Yeah, really. What were you saying about the Black Knight orb?
Really?
Go down the cold-blooded orb. The side panels are pretty good. The middle is kind of whatever, but we're getting
4 to 10 shards of Black Knight.
But
So
we have a chance for mini uniques in the side panels, and it's ×4 or ×2 for the really good mini uniques are ×4 as well.
Yeah.
Those are not meaningless.
Like, it's not bad at all.
He meant character uniques.
Yeah.
There you go.
The character uniques, not the mini uniques. Yeah.
can I be honest with you guys? I barely understand what gear pieces are called what. I just call them the funny names that I call them, and that's the thing I need. And people are like, no, it's the quarter unique from the left side of the extra teal gear. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no, like, okay, there's uniques and mini uniques, and then there's regular gear pieces, and like, I don't know. It's the thing I need.
You ready? The uniques are the ones you're looking at right now. The origin gear is the one that's in the other panel here with the gear drop. That's the origin gear.
Okay.
And then the mini uniques are like the gear 18s, the fleshlights and stuff like that. Those are the
the really special ones. Okay.
The mini uniques are the special ones. The regular uniques are the character specific ones, and then the origin gear is the stuff.
We should start calling them everywhere pieces, hard to find pieces, and nearly impossible to collect pieces. I think that's what we should call them myself.
That's a great marketing scheme. By the way, if you've been saving your incursion energy, spend it now because.
Yes, spend your incursion energy now, everybody. Let's go open up some red stars for Star Fan or whatever.
I'd like someone to tell me it's not before I spend it.
Let's check the amounts. 15% drop rate, baby. Let's go. Let's open up all my orbs. Yeah, it rolls off the tongue, Rorks. That's what I'm saying. Let's copyright that, shall we? And then we got to get back and record the defense up. Go!
Don't you have to pick up your children?
Dang it.
You're welcome.
He's like, fuck them kids.
All right, I will probably come back for a late night stream and do the recording of that defense up. Oh, we got a gold one! Oh, and we're done! Look at that, we're done!
Fat. Very nice, sir.
Wow, that was easy. All right, and just because I always like to open up a 7 these days, we're gonna pop a 7 just in case.
We're gonna be here for 45 minutes.
To do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right, it's an upgrade. It's just like that, folks. If you think red stars are challenging to collect, just come on over to my stream. I have the golden touch, as they say. Scopely, you'll have your promotional video come next week. Don't worry.
I feel like Raw would complain if he had a golden touch.
Do you want to share what was put in the can be shared thing with everybody?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. So can be shared. Here we go. The paint the town. The paint the town. You gonna let me say it or what?
No.
The Paint the Town Red milestone ending time was updated to 1 p.m. PST, so it won't overlap with today's Cosmic Crucible. Players will have the opportunity to finish the meta event. Please keep an eye out for remaining opportunities on the website. Now, wasn't there another event that, thanks, Pathfinder. Wasn't there another event that was like a war thing, and it would give one of the war zones additional benefit if it played out wrong? I don't remember. I thought there was some event that was the timer was off on it a couple of hours or something. Maybe I got it wrong.
That's an updog question.
Oh. Okay, Commander of the Storm Watch, tell us, is there another scheduling error for a different event?
I didn't actually hear about that one.
Oh,
I don't think there's anything about war going on.
Oh, that's who we got in the past, guys. It was Spot. We got Spot again. I don't like the 500 cores. I like it's better when it's 1,000 cores. 4 million gold over 750. Good dark promos.
Expect this pass to have bad characters because everybody's going to buy them no matter what character's in there because sus red stars were announced.
Yeah, 3 million gold promos. Or
I mean,
gold, 3 million
Sunspot
gold.
isn't a bad character, to be fair.
No, he's not a bad character. Mine's working
raids.
fine. I don't need him any bigger, and
Yeah, he's just raids. That's the thing.
yeah, I mean, we're obviously using him in Crucible sometimes, but I just don't think he's that exciting.
He's the Starbrand of the team.
I wouldn't go that far.
Careful, you're gonna
Cyclops is
offend
more like
Pathfinder.
that
Pathfinder's
outside of-
really looking forward to that war team.
Wow,
Cyclops is more
Pathfinder
like that
looking forward
outside
to
of the
a war
at the
team.
moment.
Who would have thought it? Who'd have thunk it?
And then 2,000. So there's a lot of dark promos in there. That's what's selling this pass. So I just since we're kind of talking about that, I think I clicked on the wrong one. There we go. Since we're kind of talking about that, get out of here. So I have 5,000 dark promos, which I believe gets me the first 2 stars for sus. Is that right? I have 10,000 of the dark diamonds, so that gets me all 3 diamonds on APOC. But for sus, maybe this only gets me 1 red star.
6, 7, and 10.
It's 6.
It's what was it again? Updog?
I thought it was like 5.2, 6.4, and
It was 21,000 total. I remember that.
Well, it's like 5, 6, and 10. Yeah.
about 5, 6, and 10.
5, 6,
yeah.
and 10. That's what it was. Yeah. 5,
So,
6, and 10 because it was 21.
I don't think I'm gonna buy the pass. I know I'm not gonna buy the pass. I need to stop buying passes. I'm spending a lot of money on this game and it doesn't feel good to me right now. So I'm gonna stop buying it. That's my own wishes. But that's what I'm doing, and your guys' experience may vary. Maybe you guys do want to buy that pass. Get those dark promos so that you can get the red stars on sus. I believe that's coming on the 28th. Is that correct? 28th?
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, I don't see anything in here that I really want.
You can't get it anyway.
I mean, yeah, I can't get it. I don't think I could even convert, so, yeah. Also, remember, if you're thinking about when the hive mind goes into bumps and you're gonna open up your premiums and basics and stuff like that, I would hold off until we get the message that the minions have been taken out of it. It's gonna increase your odds just that much more. So wait for that message. And Updog gave me something to look at here. Oh, there we go. There's the chart for those of you who are interested in it. You could take a screenshot of that if you want. There we go. Oops, there. All right, everybody, I had a great stream as always. Thank you. It was a wonderful time looking at leaderboards. I'm going to come back and record the defense up after I pick up my kids. I doubt I will do it live since I have all the information down. And I'm going to send you guys off to... let's go to Al's place. I haven't been to Al in a while. We're going to go raid.
I may go against Al in CC this week. We got bracketed up.
All right, if Al isn't your streamer of choice, you also have Mobile Gamer, Reminex, and Beetlejuice, who are all streaming live right now. Not to mention about every other streamer in the world's going to be getting on and climbing in Tower, because that just started. Be sure to spend your incursion campaign energy. 3 50-core refreshes a day should get it done. And then I believe we have a one-day Blitz event. I don't know if it started today or when that starts, but there's a Blitz event that's going to be starting, and you're going to want to get 8 rotations a day. So be sure to get those scripters stretched out. I mean, your thumbs stretched out, because we don't script Blitz around here. And I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.